Hello everyone, I'm back with another video. Today we are going to be talking about basically these kind of blocks right here. So we have our sprites, we have the backdrop. That's kind of the visual parts. Now we get into the actual composition of the game. Okay, so we have all these different sections, each of them housing different blocks. So first up is this motion section. Um the motion section is basically kind of self-explanatory. It's what makes you move. You can move various amounts of steps, change your x coordinate, which if you don't know, that's like to the right or to the left, and then you have all these different things. So moving 10 steps is what it sounds like. You can turn, you can point in different directions. Um, you can also change your spawn point, which is kind of really useful. So let's say you have like traps in a game, then you can put it. You can have them go back to the kind of start thing. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then you can have sprites follow your mouse pointer. And also, if you want to delete a block, you just take it and you drag it to this menu right here, and it'll delete. So that's motion, and then we also have looks, which is basically about the costume and the words of the character. Um, so like, let's say your character, which in this case would be this knight here, bumps into an orc, and then the orc has to say something like, for example, "Why are you crossing my bridge? I'm gonna beat you up," or something like, I don't know. So that's kind of the um talking. And then you can also switch costumes, which is kind of useful when you're doing animation. So when you press so and so key, you can have them like attack, kind of. You can switch backdrops in order to make different levels here. Um, and then you can do all this different stuff, change the size, set the size to 100%, whatever. But I mean, if you want to start out, then you have these events, which is when this clicked. So generally, this starts the program clicking this little green flag. But yeah, and then when key pressed, this is basically how we're gonna do motion, how we can do combat, whatever. This is probably going to be a very used script. And you also have when this sprite clicked, which is when this is clicked, it can talk, it can attack, whatever. And then when the backdrop switches, then you would display like maybe like level 3 or 4 or something, whatever. And then when I receive message or something, then you can in broadcast message. When I receive message, so and so and so and so. That's kind of how you're gonna have dialogue. Like if you've ever played like Pokemon or something, whatever. You have this kind of dialogue. So when I receive message so and so, I can say back so and so and so. Okay, and then you also have broadcast message and wait. So that's the events blocks. They're gonna be the most. They're gonna be not the most useful necessarily, but they're gonna be really useful, and they're kind of necessary in whatever program that you're gonna do. Okay. Then we also have sound, which you can use as like sound in your game. Um you can play these different instruments, notes, whatever, and then change the volume. This is basically kind of basic sound. Um then you also have let's see, sensing, which senses to see if, let's say, this guy is touching that color. Okay, so let's say we want to jump, right? Like let's say we want to create motion and then jump. We're gonna be doing scripts for that in the next video, by the way. So let's say we want to have this knight jump, but then if he jumps and he's just gonna go off screen, well then you would have until he's like touching the ground. Okay, so we have all these different sensing blocks, and we also have control. Let's see, which is kind of like the loops. So let's say you have So this can be where you have options in dialogue. This is one of the ways that I think you could use this. Um, so like this would be probably maybe for the enemy. So let's say you pick one dialogue choice over another. If you say that, then the enemy would talk. What they would say back. And then you can also create like clones of yourself, which I think is pretty cool. And you have these wait until blocks, repeat until. So it basically just repeats function until, and then until whatever. And these are primarily used with these sensing blocks. If you would notice, this control blocks has these kind of hexagon shaped things, just like the sensing blocks do. And then we also have operators, which we're going to be talking about later, and more blocks where you can make blocks and add extensions. We also have, we also have pen, right? Which it's kind of like color stuff, and then data, which we're also going to be talking about later, along with the more blocks. So this is going to get you started on programming and stuff. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And just remember, next video we're going to be talking about motion and how to move your characters and stuff. So thanks for watching.